It's a Monday Nighter, and it's in Philadelphia, which means if the Eagles' offense doesn't perform any better, you'll hear a lot of boo birds. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, alongside NFL.com's Pat Kirwan, with you on the NFL Preview Show, breaking down Washington and its trip to Philadelphia. And let's talk about Donovan McNabb, because he did not perform very well in Week 1. Was under a lot of pressure against the Packers' defense. What does he try to do differently here against the Redskins' defense?
Well, first off, the Packer defense is a terrific pass rush front, and he had pressure on him. He only completed 45% of his passes. And when you watch the game, I think he needs to, and he'll figure this out himself, go downfield more, get the deep ball going a little bit more, open things up.
Well, he doesn't have Dante Stallworth to do that this year. He's got Kevin Curtis, he's got Reggie Brown, Jason Avant had a good game, had the touchdown. Are those guys deep threat capable?
They're capable enough. You know, the deep ball in the NFL is a 35-yard pass. You put the ball out in front of the receiver, let him close on the ball. I was very impressed with Jason Avant. They've got a nice find in that player, and I can see why they let Stallworth go. They knew last year that this kid was going to develop like this.
All right, let's get into the defensive side here. The Packers weren't able to run the ball on the Eagles' defense, but they don't have the experience or really the size that the Redskins do, as far as running the ball, and that is with Clinton Portis and Liddell Betts. Is that what helps Jason Campbell in this game?
I think so. And, you know, as I said before, talking to Washington, those guys like their inside zone running play. They love having Pete Kendall next to Casey Robach in there. And now they're going to miss John Jansen, so they don't want to stress the tackle position as much. Look for the inside zone running scheme. And they're up against something different than they were last week. They're going to deal with quick defensive linemen, and there are 10 defensive linemen on the Eagle roster, which means Jim Johnson's going to roll players through like crazy, trying to keep them fresh, which would be a concern as the game wears on. They'll take advantage of in the run game early in this game.
Is Jason Campbell? Let's go back to Week 1 here against Miami. From what you saw there, do you see progression from year 1 to year 2?
Absolutely. I like Jason Campbell. I see a guy who's composed in the pocket, can slide his feet around. He's not trying to beat you running around. He's dedicated to being what I'd call a traditional NFL quarterback, looking for the second and third read. I see great progress in his development.
All right, well, let's see what the computer thinks about the Washington Redskins. It's a new element that we're adding to the previews, the AccuScore prediction. 10,000 tests, all mathematical, nothing human about it. It spits out 10,000 results. And the computer in this situation says the Eagles, well, they won 69% of the tests. The average score 24 to about 18. Obviously, that's just the average score. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, I didn't need a computer to know that Coach Reed is 11-5 lifetime against the Washington Redskins. He has a great tradition of playing them well and beating them, and I expect him to beat them again. This team, just like the Ravens, is a team that's coming off a game they should have won, and they're not going to slip. They're going to have a great night in there. They got that Brian Westbrook weapon that's still a problem for the Redskins and everybody else.
Yeah, Brian Westbrook. Most defenses in the NFL have still not figured out how to stop him out of the backfield catching the ball. In any case, no matter if the Eagles win or not, Donovan McNabb, he will set a career mark in Philadelphia. He'll become the third quarterback in Eagles history to start 100 games. He'll join Ron Jaworski and Randall Cunningham. And you mentioned 11-5 against the Redskins. Donovan McNabb has won 7 of his last 8 starts against Washington, so he's got history on his side. It's the Monday Nighter, and it kicks off at 8:30 Eastern. And for more on this game or the rest of Week 2, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.